Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. In this video, we're looking at the NBA Prizepicks plays for January the 8th. We have a pretty good size slate for NBA, a lot more afternoon games, so probably hopefully you're going to be watching this video before 3 o'clock Eastern time when the Sixers game starts. But I have 6 props I want to share with you guys. Yesterday, Klay Thompson got ruled out, so it turned out to be 5 props. Went 3-2. Luka did have a triple-double, but he had 7 turnovers, which hurt his fantasy, so he finished few points shy of getting over 60.5 fantasy. Finished like 3 points shy, I believe. And then Mike Conley also finished a few points shy in his points, rebounds, assist. Hit the over fantasy easily on Markelle Fultz. He had a good line, and then he also had 6 steals, so he smashed over like 26.5 fantasy. Or I believe that line was around there. Vooch once again had another great game, points and rebounds. He's been a staple. And then the De'Aaron Fox had a huge fourth quarter. Put up north of 30 points. He had 17 in the fourth quarter. Gave you 9 assists as well. He hit his over 41 fantasy easily. So today I got 6 props. Let's get started as always. If you enjoyed the videos, appreciate the like button. Subscribe if you have not already. Check out other links in the comment or in the description section. If you have other props you have questions on, you can leave them in the comment section. And let's get started. So first prop we're looking at is out of these games, definitely you have a couple that are projected to be a lot more higher scoring than the other ones. For example, the Pacers game, Pacers-Hornets, has almost a 240 total. It's the highest one of the day. The Jazz, Grizzlies, once they post some of those props, they also have a pretty high total. They're 236. We don't have any props for that game posted yet, but definitely will. And then those are the 2 games that are going to be super high scoring. And then the Clippers and Hawks also getting close to that number at 234.5, with Capella continues to miss, so John Collins continues to be a really good player in terms of points, rebounds. His points, rebounds, assists will definitely be something to look at today. First prop we are looking at is we are going to the points and rebounds board, and we are taking Tobias Harris north of 25.5 points and rebounds. Love this number for Tobias Harris because Joel Embiid is ruled out for this game. And Tobias Harris has done a great job of rebounding in basically every game that Embiid has missed this year. Tobias Harris's rebounding goes up a lot. He's had back-to-back double-doubles over the last 2 games, both were which Embiid missed in. Gave you 22 and 11 against Chicago and 19 and 10 against the Pacers. He saw 37 and 38 minutes in both of those games. And the Sixers, they'd like to play small, starting PJ Tucker at the 5. So, and he's not much taller than Tobias Harris, if at all. So, Harris can easily crash the glass and get you some rebounds that normally Embiid would soak up. And he's going to get more shot attempts without Embiid there, so easily, like the points. And combining with the uptick in rebounds, this one looks like a no-brainer. Another one that you can look to in the Sixers game, you have Tyrese Maxey came back. He saw 36 minutes back-to-back games, so I definitely like him. If you wanted to take his over 23 or 22.5 points, the Pistons play terrible defense, and Maxey, without Embiid, he's going to have a lot more opportunities, especially with Harden. Still looking to facilitate. A lot of those are going to go to Tobias Harris's way, and a lot of that's going to go to Tyrese Maxey's way as well. So at 22.5 points, he's the other Sixers player that I'm taking the over on. I love Tobias Harris's points and rebounds. And I really like Tyrese Maxey's over 22.5 points. Especially, if you're looking at on sports books, Tobias Harris's line. If you look at his points, rebounds, and assists, it's at 26.5. We're getting 25.5 on Prizepicks right now. That would probably get bumped to 26.5. Moving over to the points, rebounds, and assist board. They added the Hawks props recently, so once again, I'm going back to John Collins north of 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's been green the last 3 games. He was at this number last game, and he got it done with 26. And going up against a Clippers team, should be a fast-paced. It's projected to be high-scoring. Looking at John Collins' recent games, he's just playing a lot more minutes without Capella. He's been able to kind of stay out of foul trouble for the most part. The game that he only had 16 was against the Lakers, which he did get into foul trouble the last 3 games. He's done a better job of not really getting into too much foul trouble. And, the Clippers, they like to They don't play huge. They have to start Zubac at the 5. They have Morris starting at the 4. That's a pretty good matchup. Morris against John Collins. Should be able to crash the glass. He had 8 rebounds last game. He's played at least 37 minutes in 3 straight games, putting in north of 20 in 4 out of his last 6. And he can even give you an assist or 2, depending on how the game goes, especially in a high-scoring game. Wouldn't be shocked if it gives you like 2 or 3 assists today. So that is the third prop. We are looking at John Collins, points, rebounds, and assist over. We're sticking with this board, and we are going back to Sengun. He's at 24.5. He's going up against Minnesota, which a team that he's played pretty well in. He's only faced them off 3 times in his career, but 2 out of the 3 games, he gave you really good lines, and then the first game was his rookie year. He only saw 19 minutes, but the last couple of games, pulling up the game log for Sengun against the Timberwolves especially, he was more risk of getting into foul trouble when Karl-Anthony Towns is there, and Towns is much better at getting to the free throw line. Rudy Gobert tries to kind of stay away from the free throw line just with how bad he is there, and he's not a guy that's going to command usage and really drive or do anything like that. So I do think that Sengun will be able to stay out of foul trouble, and that's a big thing. If he's out of foul trouble and he's playing well, he's going to get the minutes, and he's a guy that chips in with points, the rebounds, with assists. I just think it's a really good opportunity for him to continue playing well. And going up against Gobert and Naz Reid, who kind of stays outside and likes to shoot a lot of threes, should be a spot where Sengun is able to maybe even give you like 35 plus points, rebounds, assists, instead of in the low 20s. So even though you see some red here, I'm not too worried about it. November meeting against this team, put up 17.7 rebounds, 5 assists in 20 minutes, and then previous game you had 33 minutes of action against the Timberwolves, 14, 15, and 4 were the 2 stat lines most recently against the Timberwolves for him. So that is the 4th prop we're looking at. Tobias Harris over points and rebounds, Maxey over points, Collins over points, rebounds, assists, Sengun over points, rebounds, and assists. Next up, we are going over to points and rebounds, and Charlotte Pacers should be a high-scoring game. They have LaMelo, points and rebounds. They have LaMelo at 31.5. Looks pretty good. PJ Washington also looks pretty good at 19.5 only. But this one, we are going over to Buddy Hield, and his number is at 24.5, and I like the over on him points and rebounds wise, just because of how good of a spot it is going up against Charlotte. Buddy Hield's also done a great job of rebounding recently. He has 5 or more rebounds in 4 straight games, and sometimes he's a little volatile if his shot's not falling, but the minutes are going to be there for him, especially in this type of game, which it should be close, especially with Rozier playing better and Balls not only just having to do it himself. Buddy Hield in close games will play mid-30s in minutes. He can get more than that, and it should be a high-scoring affair. So Buddy Hield could give you 25 points on its own, and then you're getting whatever rebounds he has as bonus. So that is the 5th prop we are looking at, going with Buddy Hield over points and rebounds in what should be one of the best games to target today. And then for the final prop, we are going over to points and rebounds, and we are sticking with points and rebounds, and we're going with Mason Plumlee over 22.5. He's been getting more minutes recently, just without Gordon Hayward, who's not expected to play again today. And even though they're starting Jaden McDaniels, Plumlee's still been able to kind of be able to crash the glass and give you big monster double-doubles recently. It's a good matchup against the Pacers. They struggle against centers, giving up like the 5th most DraftKings points against centers this year. Plumlee, he's not a guy that's going to really do anything spectacular on the floor, but he gets a lot of his shots right at the basket, some putbacks. He's gotten you 10 plus rebounds in 4 straight games. A couple of times he's gotten you over 14 rebounds in that stretch. The minutes are there. Just saw 23 against Grizzlies, which was a blowout, but 31 last game against Milwaukee, 32 against the Lakers, 29 against Brooklyn. He's getting some more looks at the basket. He's being more aggressive, and I like this number in what should be a good scoring game. And then there's some other props that could look to blocks and steals. One that I do like a little bit is PJ Washington over 1.5 because of how much the Pacers turn the ball over. They are 20th out of 30 teams in terms of turnovers per game, and they also let their opponents block a lot of shots against them, and Washington can definitely give you some block shots and steals today. So if you're not feeling one of these props, you can take out one of them and put in PJ Washington over 1.5 blocks and steals. But those were the 6 props for today. Tobias Harris over points and rebounds, Maxey over points, John Collins over points, rebounds, and assists, Sengun over points, rebounds, assists, and then both Buddy Hield and Mason Plumlee over points and rebounds. Thank you for watching. Best of luck. I'll catch you all next time.